Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello friends, I am Shilpi Arora. Children, we were discussing the topic political parties. In our previous class, we discussed about the meaning of political party and its major functions. And why do we need parties? That is the necessity of parties that we have discussed. And we also discussed about how many parties a country should have. We have discussed 3 different type of party system in the entire world, that is one party, two party and multi-party system. Today we'll be discussing about the 2 types of parties, the national parties and the state political parties. So first we'll begin with the national political parties. As the name suggests, national, it means the parties which is there for the entire country. Parties which have influence all over the country. Okay, so national parties have influence all over the country, and these national parties, because they are meant for the entire country, they are working in the entire country, so they deal with national problems. And these national parties, they have their units in various states, but all these units which are there in different states, but they follow the same policy, the same program as being made by the top ranking leaders of that party at the national level. So these units, they follow the same policies no matter in wherever states these parties are, but they have to follow one single policy, the ideology which is made by the party at the national level. So they have followed the same policies, programs and strategy that is decided at the national level. And very important thing, a party can become a national party or a state party. Now, for becoming a national party, there is a criteria which a party needs to fulfill. A party has to be a national party with election commission. Children, in our country, as I told you that elections are integral part of democracy, and we have an independent body in our country, that is Election Commission, whose task is to conduct free and fair elections. It is the Election Commission who gives the symbol to parties to decide whether a party is a national party or a state party. They have to check the smooth functioning of election in the country, and they have to see if anything goes wrong in election, so they can order for repoll also. So now, how can an election commission make a party or declare a party a national party or a state party? Now, what criteria a party needs to fulfill for becoming a national party? See, if a party secures at least 6% of total votes in the Lok Sabha or in the assembly election. Assembly election means the elections which are conducted in a particular state, known as assembly election, and Lok Sabha election means the election for the entire country to make government at the center. Okay, so they secure at least 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha or in assembly election in 4 states, means 6% votes in the assembly election in the 4 states. Either they should fulfill this criteria of getting 6% of total votes in Lok Sabha or 6% of votes in assembly election in 4 states and wins at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha. When they fulfill this criteria, if they have 6% votes and if they win 4 seats in the Lok Sabha election, that party is being recognized by Election Commission as a national party. These parties have certain benefits, certain advantage. They have a unique symbol given by the Election Commission. Okay, so according to the election of 2006, in our country we have 6 major national parties. Now, what are those 6 national parties? What are their objectives, their principles, and when they came to power in our country and how many times? So now we'll be discussing about the 6 major national parties in our country according to 2006 election, Lok Sabha election. I told you that in Lok Sabha election, if they get 6% of votes and 4 seats, they will be recognized by Election Commission as a national party. So we'll begin with first national party, that is Indian National Congress. It is the oldest party in the world. You must have heard about this party in the freedom struggle movement. Remember INC or Indian National Congress, which was formed in 1885 by A.O. Hume. This party played a leading role in the independence of the country. This party actually provides a platform for the leaders at the time of our independence struggle. Okay, so that is why it is the oldest party, formed by A.O. Hume in 1885 and under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru. When this party was made, so its major leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, they sought to build a modern, secular, democratic republic in India. This is one major ideology of this party. This party wants to build India a secular, a democratic and a republic state in India. And as far as its ideologies are concerned, it is a centrist party. What is centrist party, friends? There are left parties, there are right parties also, or we call them as a left wing or right wing. So when I use the right parties, it means that they are conservative in their ideologies. Yes, they are traditional in their views. But when I say the word left parties, they are more liberal, they are socialist. But this centrist party, they are more moderate in their political philosophy and they avoid extremism. So neither they are right nor they are left, they are in center. Very, they are moderate in their ideologies. So that is why this party is known as centrist party in its ideology. It supports liberalization and globalization. Liberalization means to make its policies, liberal, to allow the foreign companies to enter in our market, to provide people with work, with good technology. They also believe in globalization. They believe in global world, having interaction with different countries of the world, because no country can live in isolation. No country is self-sufficient. So we need to depend on other countries. So they always stress on globalization, means building links, good contacts with different countries of the world. And another principle, another ideology of this party is that they always espouses, they believed in secularism. They believe that there is no favoritism to one particular religion. They believe in secularism, that every religion is equal in the country. Okay, and they also treat all religions as equal. So they believed in the principle of secularism, and they also believe in the welfare of weaker sections and minorities. There are some weaker sections who are the vote bank of Congress party. Yes, and another important feature is it supports new economic reforms with a human face. There has to be development in the country, but at the same time should not do any harm to the common man. That is why they support new economic reform with a human face. Okay. Now, this party, this emerged as a single largest party with 145 seats in 2009 elections also. This party was the single largest party which secures 205 seats. See, this 145 seats this party secures in 2004 elections. Then they formed government with the help of other parties, that is a coalition government. UPA, Congress with its allies. Again they formed government in 2009, and this Congress is headed the UPA government. I told you UPA is United Progressive Alliance with Congress as its head and other allied parties. So this is all about the Indian National Congress, the oldest party and the national party also. And you can see this very unique symbol of hand. Okay. Now, second, again a very popular party nowadays, NDA, BJP plus allies, known as NDA. So now we'll talk about BJP. You can see the symbol also, a very unique symbol of lotus. Okay. Now, this party was founded in 1980 by reviving the old Bharatiya Janasangh. It was founded in 1980 by reviving the old Bharatiya Janasangh, and the most peculiar feature about this party is that they believes in India's ancient culture values. They believe in nationalism and Hindutva. When I say the word Hindutva, doesn't mean that they believe in Hinduism. It means the cultural nationalism. Yes, they believe in the culture of India to highlight, to enhance the Indian culture. And this party also favors full integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India. You know that we have a different constitution for Jammu and Kashmir, a different constitution, a different government in Jammu and Kashmir, but this party wanted, it always favors that there has to be integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India, a uniform civil code for all people in the country. Means, as I told you, that different constitution, different government, different setup in Jammu and Kashmir, but they wanted that the same law and order for the entire country, irrespective of religion. And another peculiar thing about this party is that they ban on religious conversion. They believe that a person should not convert into any other religion. Yes, and party came into power in 1998. At that time, it was the leader of NDA, National Democratic Alliance, but it lost election in 2004. Currently, we have this BJP heading NDA, the ruling party in our country. Okay. Now, another national party is Bahujan Samaj Party. Bahujan Samaj, as the name suggests, this party is basically meant, or this party basically works for the Bahujan Samaj. What is that Bahujan Samaj, children? It is the Dalit. The party basically works for the welfare of the Dalits, welfare of the Adivasis, the other backward classes people, or the religious minorities. Who formed this party? Kanshi Ram formed this party. In which year? 1984. For whom? For the welfare of Bahujan Samaj. What constitute Bahujan Samaj? I told you, Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs and religious minorities. And how this party was formed? This party was actually formed, it was inspired from the teachings and the ideas of Sahu Maharaj, Mahatma Phule, Periyar Ramaswamy Nayakar and B.R. Ambedkar. See, these are the names of all the social reformers who worked for the downtrodden, who worked for the backward classes people. And that is why, after getting inspirations from these reformers, this party was being formed by Kanshi Ram. It stands for the cause of securing the interest and welfare of Dalits and oppressed people. Yes, and now this party currently being headed by Mayawati, okay, in UP. So its main base, Bahujan Samaj Party's main base is in UP, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Punjab. And this party formed government in UP several times, sometime with the help of other parties, sometime without any help. And in 2004 Lok Sabha election, it has won 19 seats in the Lok Sabha, and it was a part of coalition government in 2004, the part of UPA. You can see the symbol also. Yes, unique symbol a party has been given by the election commission. Now, left parties. Remember, I told you the left party, the right party and the centrist party. Yes, Communist Party of India. There are two Communist Party. One, Communist Party of India Marxist, CPIM, and other is CPI. Okay, so first we'll talk about this CPIM. What is the CPIM? This party was founded in 1964. Children, this party actually being split from the Communist Party of India. Okay, so this party was founded in 1964 and they believes in Marxism, Leninism. What is this Marxism and Leninism? These are the names of two thinkers, Karl Marx and Lenin. Believe in the ideology of Karl Marx and Lenin, those who believed in the ideology of socialism. Okay, remember I told you the left parties who are liberal and believed in socialist, or they are radical. That is why they are known as left parties. So, Communist Party of India Marxist supports socialism. Yes, what is meant by the word socialism? It means the equal distribution of income and wealth among rich and poor in society. They always opposes the concentration of wealth in few hands. That is socialism. They also believe in secularism. This we have discussed also when we were discussing about Indian National Congress. They believe in democracy and opposes imperialism and communalism. They does not believe any foreign country coming to our country, taking out our resources, using our resources. So they are completely against communalism and imperialism. And they accepts democratic elections, which they believe are useful and helpful means for securing the objective of socio-economic justice in India. To have economic justice, to have social justice. Social justice have no gap between upper caste and lower caste. Economic justice, no gap between rich and poor. And this party is very critical. It means they opposes, it criticizes the new economic policies that allow free flow of capital and allow into the country. The coming of MNC into the country is being opposed by CPIM. It does not allow this free flow of capital, that resources should go out from our country. No, they don't like it. It is completely against their principles, their ideology. This party has been in power for 30 years. It means a very famous party in West Bengal. 30 years in power without a break. And in 2004 election, it won 43 seats in the Lok Sabha and supports the UPA from outside. What does that mean? When I uses the word, they support UPA from outside, it means that they, not even a single minister from CPIM was in the Council of Ministers. They were just giving support from outside, not being a part. Not being a part means not having any portfolio, any department in the government. This is all about CPIM. Another, the major party, CPI, Communist Party. This is another party which forms at the time of our freedom struggle movement in 1925. Very much similar in its ideas, in its belief. Okay, they also believes in Marxism and Leninism. I told you they believed in the ideology of Karl Marx and Lenin. Remember Lenin, a very famous leader in Russia, also believed in secularism, democracy. So there's not much differences in both these parties, CPIM and CPI. They also accepts parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of working class, that is farmers and poor. Remember I told you that this party believed in socio-economic justice. They believed in giving they believed in working more and more for the working class, the class which is the real producers of the society, that is the workers, the farmers. They are the real producers. So they believe in promoting their interest in the country, and they also opposes sectionism and communalism. They believe that the power should not be passed into the hands of one family, the one family ruling the country. They do not believe in that. Okay. The party also achieved successes in states like Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Also, this party won 10 seats and secured 1.4% votes in 2004 Lok Sabha election. Also supports UPA from outside. It means not being a part of government. It means not holding any important department or portfolio. That is why supporting government from outside. Another, last, the sixth national party, that is Nationalist Congress Party, or popularly known as NCP, formed in 1999. This party actually split from the Congress Party. Okay. Now, what are its major policies, ideology? They also favor democracy. They believe in Gandhian secularism, equality, social justice and federalism, giving equal powers to the states also. Okay, local government also. And another major feature which about this particular party is that they advocates that high offices in government be confined to natural born citizens only. It means that the high government office should not be held by any person who have come from outside to live in India, and now the person is a citizen of the country, but that person is not called as a natural born citizen. He has acquired citizenship. So person who has acquired citizenship should not hold the high offices in government. It should be held by only the natural born citizens. This is a major party in Maharashtra and also a coalition partner with Congress. Supports and also a member of UPA government at the center when the government was in power in 2004-2009 also. Yes, so these are the 6 major national parties in our country, recognized as national parties by the Election Commission because they have fulfilled the criteria of 6% votes or having 4 seats in Lok Sabha election. That is why they are called as national parties. Now, we discuss about the state parties. As the name suggests, state, it means a party which is famous in a particular state or or in neighboring states also. State parties, as we have seen in the case of national parties, they have influence in the entire country, but the state parties, or called as regional parties, they have limited influence. They are limited to a particular region or a particular state or neighboring states also. And as national parties were concerned with national problems, state parties are concerned with the problems and demands of a particular region only. They are more concerned about their region, their state, okay? And the criteria, how a party becomes a state party. Yes, remember we discussed a criteria how a party becomes a national party. Similarly, there is a criteria through which a party becomes a state party. Okay, what is that criteria? What is that formula? If a party secures at least 6% of total votes in an election to the Legislative Assembly, we call it Vidhan Sabha, of a state, or and 6% total votes in an election to the Legislative Assembly, and at least 2 seats, when they fulfill this criteria, they are being recognized as a state party by the Election Commission. You can see the symbol, Akali Dal in Punjab, Telugu Desam Party in Andhra Pradesh, yes, National Conference in Jammu and Kashmir, Assam Gan Parishad in Assam, yes, so Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in Jharkhand. So these are different state parties, okay, in our country. Every region has its own party, and children, do you know that sometimes these state parties are more popular than national parties in their own region? Yes, and nowadays in the coalition government, in the NDA government also, or earlier in UPA, many state parties were a part of that government, were coalition partners also. ठीक है?